everyone. Welcome to our project presentation. It's truly a pleasure to welcome you all to today's session. The highlight of our internship journey. I mean, this is the biggest highlight because over these past few weeks, our interns have showed resilience, creativity, and commitment as they learned, practiced, and applied their skills in real-world projects. So today's project presentation is not just about showcasing reports or dashboard, but about telling the story of how far they've come from grasping new concepts, working as teams, tackling challenges, and turning data into insights that matter. This is an opportunity for them to demonstrate not only their technical skills, but also their communication, storytelling, and problem solving skills, all of which are essential for thriving in the world of data and technology. So I encourage everyone here, not just our interns, to listen closely. There will be room for questions and appreciate every effort and growth that has brought us to this moment. I mean, we started this internship that was on May, and so far so good. We've managed to train, I would say, up to 100, right? So I've trained up to 100 interns in the space of just 3 months. And we're not talking about 100 plus interns. We're talking about not just Nigeria, but all around the world. I mean, we had people from different parts of Africa join us, even people from India. So, I mean, we're celebrating a milestone right now. It's not easy, which means that we are doing something right. So, um, just celebrate with us in this moment because this is just the first step of our success. So without further delay, let's introduce our judges. We have two bright minds over here. I want to start with someone that I know very well. I mean, this was one of the ladies that actually mentored me in my data journey when I was coming up. So she's one of the persons that I look up to the most. Mrs. Prosper, are you here? Please can you unmute and say hi? Hello, Mrs. Prosper. If you're speaking, you're actually muted though.
Hello, can you hear me?
Okay, I can hear you now. Good afternoon. Welcome.
Good
So,
afternoon, everyone.
thank you.
Okay, go ahead. I wanted to say something.
Yeah, I wanted you to just drop like a brief, just a short message for everyone that was here, right? Just before I move to the next person.
Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Prosper Onyekere, and it's actually a pleasure overseeing this internship overalls today. We'll be seeing what you got, and if there's any corrections, we'll have to drop it. I think that's that for now.
Thank you very much, ma.
All right.
Okay, so let's quickly call our second judge who is here with us, Mr. Eniola. Please, Mr. Eniola, unmute your mic and you can share some words with the interns and everyone here.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon to the interns and the host also. I'm so glad to be here and to be working on this journey with you guys. It's really a great one. Um, I'd just like to share a few things. I think the guy earlier, I can't remember his name, said we should like do some little introductions to like know who the judges are. So my name is Oladipo Eniola, a data analyst. I do more of data science, modeling, and also cloud engineering. So I'm so glad to be here with you guys. Definitely, we'll be looking through the works. We all started from somewhere. We'll be looking through the works you guys have done based on the years of experience, also be able to like note out some mistakes and make corrections to that. And well, that'll be it for now also. So please let's get started.
Thank you so much for that, Mr. Eniola. So without wasting any much of our time, let's just go into the business of today. We're starting with Excel Team A. I believe that's light team or dark mode team. Do we have any representative from Team A in Excel? Is Jepta here? Okay, I think Team A is not really ready now. So we'll move to Team B. Excel Team B, are you guys ready?
Team here is ready, please.
Oh yeah, please go ahead and share your screen. We don't have time.
Okay. Can everyone see my screen now?
Yes.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ruth, and I'll be representing Team A. All right, this is PowerPoint presentation on the road accident in India. And I think these are our team members, but because of time, we'll just skip that. And the introduction, the road accident remain one of the leading causes of injury and fatalities in India, with thousands of lives lost every year. And rapid urbanization, rising vehicle density, and inadequate road infrastructure has intensified the risk on Indian roads. Beyond infrastructure, behavioral issues such as reckless driving, alcohol consumption, and lack of compliance with traffic rules make the challenge even more complex. Now, this study that was done by the team focuses on analyzing accident data across India to uncover key trends, risk factors, and statewide disparity by combining insights from accident distribution, vehicle involvement, and contributing causes. Across different states in India to identify risk zone, the vehicles, and accident-prone factors, to examine the influence of human behaviors such as alcohol use, reckless driving, and invalid licensing, to assess the role of infrastructure, road condition, and traffic management, and to recommend strategies to improve road safety through enforcement, awareness, and better designs. Now, what's the data set we were given includes 3,000 road accidents across India, spanning from 2028 to 2023. Now, what are the variables that we analyzed? We analyzed the states, the vehicle types in India, the causes, you analyze the fatality, the population, and the road condition. So for our analysis, we focused on identifying the trend, the high risk states, the vehicle involvement, and the contributing factor. And the tool that we used was Excel. Now, the analysis overview. Now, we divided the analysis into three parts. The first one has to do with the accident distribution and KPIs, and highlighting the overall scale of accident, including key metrics and monthly trends. And then the second part was the behavioral findings. This one talked about alcohol involvement, licensing, and all of that. And then the last one was the environmental and infrastructural findings. This has to do with the impact of weather condition, road location on accident severity and frequency. Now, when we did our analysis on the data set actually includes 3,000 cases in India. And what we found was that we had a total of 3,000 accidents in India, and the average severity was 1.98. and the high severity was 33%, the road fatality was 246%, and the most affected state was Goa. Now, the accident distribution across states and monthly trend. The most affected state was Goa with 109 cases, then followed by Delhi and the others. And then the monthly trend, the month with the highest cases of accidents was in March with 1,448 cases, followed by January with 1,347 cases. The lowest was observed in November. Overall, the trend shows only slight fluctuation month to month, indicating that road accidents in India are a year-round issues rather than seasonal, requiring continuous safety intervention. So the accident in India, it's not something that is based on seasonal period, maybe like December, we have higher rates of accident. It actually on a monthly basis. So it shows that the regulatory bodies in India has a lot of work to do to ensure that the accidents are reduced on a monthly basis. And then we also analyze alcohol involvement. Now, those that were the accident that happened based on those that were drunk was like 1,552 cases, while without alcohol was 1,480 cases. This is a near split of 50-50. It highlights that alcohol influence as a critical behavioral risk factor in Indian road accidents. This underscores the urgent need for stricter enforcement of drinking and driving laws and awareness campaign targeted towards drivers and commuters. And then also did analysis on license by gender, how many based on males and females, those that had the license. So a notable number of accidents involved drivers with expired license, 517 female and 451 male. This highlights a serious compliance gap in license renewal. Stronger monitoring and enforcement are needed to reduce the risk. And then we also did our analysis on the vehicle type. And then we found out that auto rickshaw, buses, truck account for a large share of accident, underlining the vulnerability of daily commuters and public transport users. And then we also did analysis on the weather conditions. Accident were highest during stormy season. We had 1,877 cases, and then during rainy season, 1,838 cases. So these weather condition actually have a significant effect on the accident level in India. And then also did analysis on the road condition. Accidents were most frequent at intersection. We had over 4,142 cases, followed by bridges, which is 3,850. Okay, 1 minute to go. Okay, and then and they also did analysis on the road condition, and the accidents were more when the road is dry, followed by when it's under construction. So what was our recommendation? The analysis highlights that road safety in India is shaped by behavioral factor, infrastructural quality, and enforcement gaps. So to reduce accident fatality, a multi-pronged approach is recommended. One, law enforcement, and to strengthen the law enforcement. Number two, to check on target vulnerable groups, like awareness campaign on bus drivers and young drivers. Then to improve the infrastructural state of the road, maintenance of the road. And then three, to leverage data actions, like using this analysis that we've done to do a predictive analysis to identify high-risk states, and to also make provisions for months where we have higher accidents. And then weather and location preparedness. For the weather condition, we noticed that for stormy area, in stormy season, we had more accidents. So with this analysis, they could put things in order to ensure that during that season, accident rate in India are reduced, and then continuous monitoring, regularly update accident database and review KPIs such as fatality, shares, license valuation, and monthly trend to measure progress. Thank you. Do I still have time?
Thank you very much. Your time has been exhausted. Thank you for this presentation. So we'll hear from our judges right now. Mrs. Prosper, you can go first, then Mr. Eniola will follow suit.
Sorry to cut you. Before she goes, I was thinking, I mean, this is the PowerPoint presentation here, and this is as like snapshot from the Excel dashboard. Is it possible to like also put up the Excel dashboard on screen so we can like probably look, because I think that is where majority of the work is going to come from.
Please,
I'll share it now. Yeah, yes, I am. Okay. So yes. Can you see it now?
Yeah.
All right. So now that you've seen the dashboard, please go ahead and give your takes on how they presented it. I want to know how it is from you guys. And
Sorry, are you talking to me?
no, not you, the judges. Mrs. Prosper, can you go first, or Mr. Eniola go first?
I think it's fine. All right. So, well done, Ruth. I think you're the spokesperson for this group. I mean, that's a great presentation, by the way. And the dashboard looking good. I'm looking at it now.
Sorry, excuse me. I don't know if it is from mine. Sorry, I don't know if it is from mine. I can't even see the dashboard again.
It's actually showing. I can say. I don't know
Hello?
if any other person
Okay,
can see.
probably from mine. Yeah.
Yeah, so I would just like to know some things, and I would like to recommend some things on the dashboard. First off, the professional layout. The dashboard really has very nice. It has this little bit of modern look. Looking at the sidebars that you have there, that's very good. I mean, the KPIs at the 4 sections are very good. Highlights that it has a broader scope. Yeah. What else? You've got slices also. That's good. I recommend that. There are just some few things I would like to like note for improvement. I'm looking at the fatality rate. Yeah, please, if you can zoom into the dashboard, that'll be fine. I'm looking at the fatality rate. I'm seeing 246%. I don't really understand that. I mean, fatality is meant to be like relative. Let's say you're saying 24.6%. Is that what you mean? 24% of the accident result in fatality, or do you care to like explain that 246%? Because I feel like it's meant to be like related to a whole. So let's say so percent of the accident resulted in fatality. Do you get what I mean?
Yes. That's what it's supposed to be.
So it's meant to be like a certain percentage of, okay. So I think that needs to be corrected. And again, can you move? I think you're just, so I see that some of the charts are having numbers, and then some are showing, I think, some percentage here on the KPIs. So I think you should be consistent. Is either you're using like numbers across board, or you're sticking to percentage. And I feel like for this chart, the number of license by gender, you should probably have used percentage, like show for the whole, like, okay, for the female sales percentage, and then for the male. Do you understand what I mean?
Yes, I get it.
And then the color coding for the same number of license by gender, I think the color coding should have been switched. You have valid as red. I mean, just for like readability, when people see something red is it assigns to, okay, let's say like that should have been used for the expired. Do you get what I mean? So in
Yes,
case of your project, expire should have standard as red. And then let's say like the blue should go for valid and stuff like that. And I'm seeing like accidents by vehicle type. What's wrong? There is no data showing on that. I'm just seeing bars. So we don't have labels on each values. Auto rickshaw, there's nothing showing. It's just like bars and bars and bars. So for the other ones, you have values 1877 on the other chart beside it. But for this one, I'm not seeing any chart. So I don't know, maybe there's a mistake or there's a reason for that.
Okay. I was thinking, now I just want to ask a question, right? For every of the bars, are we supposed to have a number on it? Would it not make the chart too busy, or that's the standard? There should be a number on it.
Not there's meant to be a number on it, because like this, you just put auto rickshaw and there's just a bar. I don't know, accident by vehicle types, right? So you're trying to say auto rickshaw at certain accident. So we don't even know the numbers. And then bus also is just like bars. We don't know what it's saying. This is not passing anything actually. So we need to be able to like see the other one by the side, fine. You have your the axis where you have 1900, and then out of 1900 you're telling us 1877 happen during stormy conditions. So now auto rickshaw, we don't know, we don't have numbers there. And again, the accidents by alcohol involvement, I think the pie chart you have there, the two values are almost like the same.
Yes,
so I feel like next time we could just use KPI for that instead of say having it as a pie chart. Do you understand? You could just use KPIs for that. And then for your filter, that's your slices by the side. Well, it's good for interactive purpose, but I think most of the years are like hidden, and I think there are different slices that you could have. There are different type of slices you could have chosen. I don't know much about how you choose it in Excel, but I know in Power BI you could have changed the format of the slices to like different tiles, so it could like show all of the years in just one view. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah,
so I think you should like note that. You tried that, right?
Yeah, we tried, but we couldn't just figure it out in Excel, so we left it like that.
I think you're still having. Can you put your screen zoom on 100? I think you're having 116 now. No. Just go back.
Okay.
To 100. Yeah, so you still have enough space. I mean, you still have enough space on your screen. Do you get what I mean? Your dashboard could have been bigger. So maybe against next time, you can have everything on just one. And a very good work here. Your dashboard is not just only how do I put it? It's not just talking about a descriptive purpose. You're also trying to let us know what could have caused us, like talking about diagnostics, also diagnosis analysis. Just to let us know, okay, alcohol involvement, license by gender, license involvements, like, okay, license could have caused this. And also that shows like here, you consider different types of analysis in your dashboard. And that's a very good one. And the whole professional layout is good. It's good. But those are just my my recommendations for you and what you should change. So I think that's about from my side. And also, before I go, I'm seeing most affected state. You just add most affected state as Goa. Is this Goa? Goa, yeah. But there is no more information there. You just said most affected state. I think next time you should maybe like be more descriptive to let us know most affected state by what. Is it the accident or infatality? Do you get, just for users who are reading to be able to like go along with you? So I think you should note that also. And I say that some of the KPIs, the boxes you use, just in case of next time, you can just copy and paste. I say some of them are like bigger than the others. Or is there a reason for that? I say some are bigger than the others. Funny stuff. In case of next time, you can just try and ensure uniformity across all. And also your chart, alcohol, accidents by alcohol involvement, and then the one underneath, accident by vehicle type. The two are not aligned. I think you should also look at that. They should be aligned to the left. Yeah, to the left. And then if you can have everything, even the KPI on top should be aligned, should be properly aligned. Do you get what I mean?
Yes, sir, I get it, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Can you scroll up a bit, please? Okay. Your title is a bit good. Your title is good. So that's it on my hand. I'll leave it for Prosper.
Okay. Eniola had said most of the things I wanted to say, but adding to that, first I would like to state that your color, you are not. Can you hear me? Hello.
Mom, I can hear you, Mom.
All right. So what I wanted to say is that you are not being straightforward with your color codes, because under the total accident caused by weather conditions, I'm seeing a different color, even though the color code is under the number of license by gender. I feel like the color in that number of license by gender should have affected it here under the total accident caused by weather conditions, right? And also under the accident by vehicle type. Now, I normally used to say that I don't need to tilt my head to read the titles under the x-axis, right? Now, if you notice that using a column chart would make those stuff written there to tilt your head to read it, why not use a bar chart? I think it will just bring out everything on that axis. I don't know if you understand what I'm talking about. Okay. Now moving forward to your slicer. Now Eniola said something, and you said that you tried to figure it out on Excel. You couldn't do that. Now, I think you could have done it on the slicer button. Now, instead of having a one column slicer, you could have, instead of having like more than 5 columns, like you could have one, so that those years could appear in one column, right? So that you can see the years, and you can also filter anyone, and you can see them at once instead of scrolling down to look for the dates. Same as the state name and the accident severity slicer, right? Also, under the accident by alcohol involvement, right? I feel like those values, I'm trying to force myself to read that on under the blue color code. I think you could have, brought it out from that frame. Probably put it in percentage so that I will know the percentage of accidents caused by alcohol involvement. Do you understand what I'm saying? Let it not be that I'm speaking to myself.
Mom, yes, Mom, I am, Mom. Thank you, Mom.
Okay. Can I see the second dashboard?
Yes, Mom. This is it. Can you see it, Mom? I'm sure.
It might not be from you. I think it could be from my side, network fluctuation.
Okay.
Okay, I think I can see it, so that I won't be wasting much of our time. But for the first dashboard, that is pretty much what I want to say about the first page. I don't know if you have any question based on what I just said. Okay, before I forget, whenever you are trying to put a visual, okay, I can see the second dashboard now. Now, whenever you are trying to put on a chart, most times you don't need the values on the y-axis, right? Instead of having those values there, why don't you put on the data label so that those
Okay.
values just show, right? And I'll
Okay,
just go
ma'am.
straight forward and read what I want to read.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Also, your monthly accident trend, you could have tweaked it a little bit so that probably shorten the month name so that it would appear very well, right?
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Can I see your dashboard interaction? Can you click on any of the slides and let me see how the interaction is going?
I'm clicking on it, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, adding to what Eniola also said, the spaces between each dashboard, each visuals are not really aligned. I think if you can touch it
Okay, ma'am.
so that it could all be aligned. Yeah, that's
Okay,
what
ma'am.
I have to add to this. Yeah,
Mm.
you've done a
Thank
really
you.
nice job.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you,
Welcome.
sir. Yes, yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you very much for judgments, our fellow judges. But you can stop sharing. So without wasting any time, let's just go straight to the next team. Excel team B, are you here?
Yes, sir.
Please go ahead.
Please can you confirm you can see my screen?
Yes,
Okay.
we can.
Yeah. Good afternoon, everybody, the judges, mentors, and our fellow interns. So this project is to be presented by the Excel Dark Mode Group. And my name is Mary Anulua Amos, a representative of the Excel Dark Mode Group. So this is our team. We're a team of 5. So moving to the executive summary. So our report presents a comprehensive analysis of the road accidents in India from the period of 2018 to 2023. So we used insight derived from the road accident dashboard. So for the data set we used, it consisted 3,000 recorded accidents, and from the 3,000 recorded accidents, there were 15,198 casualties and 7,366 fatalities. And the key areas of concern include the high accident rates in Goa, Delhi, and Nagaland. And a large share of the accidents involved middle-aged drivers, that is like drivers between the age of 46 to 65 years. And significant cases of accidents are linked to unlicensed driving, that is drivers that do not have license or those with expired license. Then also significant accidents are linked to alcohol use, then the adverse weather condition in the country. Also, we noticed during the analysis that accidents are also more frequent at like people at moderate speed, that is speed between the 51 to 80 km per hour. and also in low light periods, that is when the light on the road is not bright. So this report outlines detailed insights and recommendations to guide policymakers in reducing accident frequency and improving road safety across India. So the introduction. So the reason for this project is just the road accidents, which is a growing concern in India, and also to identify patterns in accident data, which can help policymakers and authorities to take informed actions and decisions. Also, we use Excel for analyzing the data using pivot tables and also pivot charts. So the analysis structure, we use our analysis was like segmented into two. We make sure we did the state analysis. That's like knowing which state has the most accidents in India. Then the cause analysis, that is like what are the causes of accidents in India. So moving to the key findings. So the first part will be the KPIs. And so as mentioned earlier, the total accident that we recorded were 3,000. Then we have 15,188 casualties. We have 7,366 fatalities. And then we have 33% of high severity. That is because the accidents were like segmented into the high, the low, and the medium. That is like how severe was the accident. Then 33% of the total accidents were high, like it was really high. So to our key findings, so we had to like know what are the top 10 states by accident. Then we have these 10 states. But out of those 10 states, we have 3 which have the major counts, and that's Goa, Sikkim, and Delhi. They accounted, as can be seen from the charts. Goa recorded 109 accidents, while Sikkim 108 accidents, and Delhi 108 accidents. Then top 10 states by casualties. Also, you can see that Goa has the most accidents by casualty also. Then moving to fatalities, top 10 states by fatalities. From here, Nagaland has the highest fatalities, followed by Goa and by Delhi. So from these 3 charts, we can see that at one point, Goa was the state with the most accidents. Then Goa was also the state with the most casualties. Then it was the second state with the most fatalities. So from this we can deduce that Goa is the most affected state by accidents, by fatalities, and by casualties. Then moving on to the causes of those accidents. So we have accident by severity type, which is how is the accident fatal? Is it just a minor accident or a serious accident? Then from this, they are just evenly distributed. We have 981 serious accidents, 985 fatal accidents, and then 1,034 minor accidents. Then the yearly accident trend, we can see from 2018 down to 2023, there are just slight fluctuation in the accidents per year, but the peak was in 2020 and 2021. The accident was high in 2020 and 2021. Then accidents by speed limits. We've mentioned this before in the executive summary that the most accidents occurred at those drivers driving at 51 to 80 kilometers per hour. Then also the alcohol involvement in accidents. From the data set, 1,520 drivers were actually involved in alcohol, and this actually led to accidents, while 1,480 were not involved in the accidents. So we could say alcohol consumption is actually a key contributor to the road accidents. Then also accidents across drivers age group, like we're trying to see, is it that those accidents occurred with like the lower age group or the older ones? Then our analysis highlighted that the highest among drivers age was 46 to 65, that is drivers between the age 46 to 65, while the lowest accident occurred between the eldest people, 66 to 70. So this suggests that middle-aged drivers are most active on the road or may engage in riskier driving behaviors. So also, we noted the weather accident by weather condition, or like what was the weather like when the accident occurred? Was it a raining season or what? So from our analysis, we saw that the highest count of accidents occurred during the rainy season, then followed by when the weather is clear, then in acid conditions also. So we can see that weather could also like cause accidents, like during the rainy seasons and all of that. Then also we analyze the accident by lighting condition. Oh, what was the
You
accident
have
during?
1 minute more.
Okay, was the accident during the daylight or dark? And we noticed that most of the accidents were during dark conditions. So moving to the recommendations, as we've highlighted. So the first recommendation we'll be having to policymakers or the government is that to reduce accidents in high-risk states. So we've highlighted that Goa, Delhi, and Nagaland actually are the most affected states by the accidents, by casualties and fatalities. So to reduce accidents, they need to prioritize targeted road safety campaigns and to implement stricter traffic enforcement. And also, the government needs to enhance infrastructure on roads under construction, and they need to improve road maintenance also. Then thirdly, drivers should be educated on safe driving in adverse weather. So we deduce that most of the accidents were during adverse weather or during rainy season. So like the drivers should be educated so that they can better know how to navigate their way. Then fourth, we said strict enforcement of licensing laws and verification procedures is essential. As was seen in the analysis, most of the accidents were by drivers with expired or those that does not even have license at all. So there should be strict enforcement of licensing laws and verification procedures. Then also there should be a monitoring and manage, they should monitor and manage traffic speeds in the 51 to 80 kilometer per hour range where accidents are actually like the most. And they should also improve street lighting and raise awareness about low light driving safety. So the conclusion of our project is that, once again, to reiterate that accidents in India are concentrated in certain states, which are Goa, Delhi, and Nagaland. And also, accidents are influenced by driver's age, the licensing status, road and weather conditions, speed, and lighting. So our recommendation, our targeted interventions include road safety campaigns, improved infrastructure, the road infrastructure, and there should be stricter licensing enforcement. There should also be traffic management and awareness programs for adverse conditions, probably when the road is under construction also, so there should be awareness to the drivers. All of this will actually significantly reduce accident frequency and severity in India. Overall, focusing on high-risk states and the main causes of accident can also help improve road safety across India. So this is it for us.
Thank you
Thank
very
you
much.
very much.
Thank you very much. Can you switch to your dashboard so that our judges can give their take? Okay. Mr. Eniola, please, you can go ahead and give your take.
Okay. Well done. Sorry, I mean your screen is a bit. Can you sort of like collapse your ribbon so you can have a full black screen? Can you do like full screen?
So what is it?
Look at where you have your share button, top right, where you have the share button. Can you collapse? Look at this arrow underneath. No, just below it. Yeah, this arrow. Yeah, the one above. Yeah, can you just like, okay. Yeah, first off, just like the other guys, the first thing I was noticing is still on your accident by severity type, the color coding for severity is like not matching. You can't say red is minor. Red should have been switched for fatal. Do you understand? And then maybe yellow for serious, and then minor should be. Do you get? Just switch that. Um, Same thing about the slices. Just like I said to the other guys, if you can try to like have your slices fully on one view, that will be fine. And then can you scroll down a bit? So your yearly accident trend chart, I think you should also include pointers at least, even if you won't add data labels, you should include pointers. So when people over the trend, the line trend, they can like see what is coming up. So you can just have pointers at the exact data points too, right? But for real, I'll commend your presentation. The PowerPoint is wow. I think you guys have a graphic designer in-house because that was very beautiful. But just the same things on the chat. Just the same things. I'm still like looking through. I think the font size also, you need to um have the font size to harmonize the font size across all charts. Yeah. I think some of your charts are aligned. That's good. And also, you have the state dashboard and then the cost dashboard. That's fine. I mean, for starters, that's fine. But in case of next time, it's something like you can look at the major charts you're trying to bring and then have both on one chart. I don't know if you get what I mean. If it's something you
Yes.
can have on one screen, the courses and then the state. Do you understand? Sometimes it's better to like you talk about the diagnosis analysis first, which I like the courses, right? Then before you go to descriptive, then you're talking about the state at the moment. So you can have that let's say like on top. Let's say just like how you have the KPIs first, then the next sections are like state, accident, type, blah blah. You can have the courses and then you can have the state underneath. You have a bigger screen, so you can like to achieve all that on one view, I think. And also one thing I would like to show is that on your chart where you have this top 10 states by accident, just, I mean, for starters, this is fine, but for future purpose, it would be better in case your data has, you know, this state varies in population. So you're looking at Goa now. You said Goa, based on your analysis, you said Goa is the most affected, blah, blah. But you never can tell. The population of people in Goa might be different from the population in other states. Do you get what I mean? So
Yes.
the population might be different. So you judging based on the number of accidents from those two, from all the states, sorry, might not be so good. So sometimes you can work with, let's say, um, accidents per 1,000 people. Do you get what I mean? In all states.
Mhm.
I don't know if you understand me. So I think that's like something you can like watch out for next time if you're having your dashboard.
All right, so
And for every other thing, it's fine. Your color combinations are still a bit okay. I mean, but for that, for that pie chart, man, everything is like off. It just brought yellow, red. It's like off to the color combination you've been like going with. So I think you could have stick to just find a way to like ensure your colors rhyme. I dropped something in the chat called colors.co. That's like a site whereby you can check for colors, like color combinations to use for your project. So it gives you like a color palette, then you can like select from the colors to use for your project. I think that would help in selecting colors for your project. And then
all
scroll
right.
up this. And then your KPIs are like they're like big, so they are not spaces in the middle. So you need to like the boxes, there are no spaces in the middle, they are like two clustered together, and then your title is like smaller to your KPI boxes. So I think next time just look at the title. That's the heading, the Indian Road Accident Data Analysis. So I think you should like look into that too. Then aside from that, the color coding, and also you also just use numbers instead of numbers. Sometimes just try to stick to percentage. Do you understand?
Yes,
That
sir.
adds, the percentage is going to add meaning to the raw numbers. So when you're just giving numbers, people don't even really, they'll be like, okay, but percentage gives meaning to those raw numbers that you already have. Yeah, so I think that's it from me. And you have one ambiguous KPI also, same like I mentioned to the other guys, most affected states go affected by what? Do you understand? I think next time just try to like be more descriptive over there.
All right. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's it from me.
Yeah, thank you very much. Mrs. Prosper, is there anything you want to add before we move to the next people?
Okay, I'll just have to add one thing. Okay, she has done a nice job. Mary, you've done a nice job. But what I want to say is your color combinations, right? If you are using a dark mode, the goal of your analysis is for somebody to be able to read it. Now, looking at some of your charts, especially the top 10 state by total casual, I can't read what is under. So if you are using a dark mode, make sure you are using a brighter color for most of the charts, especially all these write-ups, right? So that somebody can be able to read it. Okay, and the space close to average speed, that space left there, I don't know what is for. I don't know what's left it for. I felt like you could have probably closed it a bit. Okay. So the one-off accident by severity type, the colors are just against the ones you've already used. You use red and green. I know you are trying to portray something, but it is not in the color combination you've already started with. Then you started with dark blue and light blue. Now coming to add green and red, I think it's going to affect what you are trying to, the message you are trying to portray, right?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
that's actually what I have to add to this. Yeah, that's that.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much, Mary. You can stop sharing your screen. Thank you for those 2 cents you dropped. So let's move on to the next people. Power BI, are you here? Aisha, are you ready? Aisha or Jolly, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, go ahead.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Adibun Aisha, and I'll be representing my team to present our data projects. So to bring this data set to life, let's imagine a case study. Let's all meet Mrs. Kate. Mrs. Kate is a ready-to-wear trader based in Washington, USA. Recently, she faced a challenge. Customers were always coming in, but there are still goods in stock, and her sales were not actually moving as she expected. This left her worried and curious. What could be the problem? What product categories are people buying? Does the discount and promotion campaigns actually drive sales or not? And most importantly, is she even running at loss or gaining at all? These were the puzzles. So to find answers, we analyzed a customer shopping behavior data set, which contains 3,900 customers across the United States. This helps us to uncover the customer demographics, purchasing patterns, product preferences, and the loyalty drivers. So from this analysis, the main questions that we are going to answer is, who are the main customers? What do they buy? How do they shop? And what influences their purchasing decisions? So to visualize our findings, we designed a 2-page dashboard. The first one being the sales performance overview, while the second one is the customer shopping behavior. At this point, I would like to hand over to my colleague, Mr. Jolly, who will walk us through the dashboard and explain the KPIs, insights, recommendations, and conclusions that will help her to make smart business decisions that will align with customers' demands and overall improve sales. Mr. Jolly, you can take over.
Good evening, everyone. Please confirm you can hear me.
Yes, we can.
Okay, my name is Jolly Melibari, and I'll be presenting the Power BI dashboard on customer shopping behavior. This dashboard answers 4 questions, like my colleague said. The first question is, who are the main customers? So we have a total of 3,900 customers, and majority of our customers are male. A whooping 68% of our customers are male customers compared to the female customers, which was just 32%. On the average age of our customers, we can see here that the average age is 44.07, and also our customer, majority of our customers are within the 46 to 55 years bracket. And the next thing is most customers, are they subscribed or not? So we also did an analysis on our customer subscription status, and it revealed that although we have customers that are subscribed, most of our customers are not subscribed, but they still they engage our store frequently. Going to the second question our dashboard answers, what do our customers actually buy? So we went ahead to check what our customers buy, and we discovered that on our sales by category, most of our customers buy the clothing item, accessories, and footwear. As you can see here, our clothing items sold over 104,000, followed by accessories and footwear. And outwear is showing red here, which signifies that most customers don't purchase products in that category. And also on our item purchase, we did a top 5 item purchase, and it revealed that the most item purchased by our customer is the blouse. So we sell a lot of blouse with over $10,000. And after that, we'll also look at how do our customers shop. On our purchase frequency, the data revealed that male customers dominate our purchase frequency, which uncovers how often customers shop in our store. And that revealed that most customers shop every 3 months, annually, quarterly, and monthly. So this our research into the data revealed that most of our customers fall in these categories. And also we did on trying to understand how customers shop, we also did a analysis based on the shipping mode. And this also revealed to us that our customers mostly choose to ship either free shipping, standard shipping, or pick up through the store directly. That also takes us to the last question, which is what influences our customers' purchasing decision? And thinking about how to answer that question, we went straight to our discount, our sales by discount, and we discovered that most customers didn't buy based on discounts, but we also make a lot of sales on discount, which means that our discounts has a huge influence, which is close to about 40. Our discount rate sold about 43%. So 43% of our customers made purchase using the discount. And the still on the on what influences our customers' decision, we discovered that most of our customers key into free and then low cost shipping drive. Like most customers are likely to shop with us, try to escape
You have
shipping.
1 minute more.
Okay, try to escape shipping fee, and also age and gender also influenced our customer. We noticed that the customers within the age of 40, 46 and 55, and also our male customers purchased more. So that will bring us to the recommendation. On our recommendation is that the business should leverage on male customer base, and they should also boost underperforming categories. Sales, seasonal sales organization should also be looked into, since most customers ship based in our during the fall. And also the shipping strategy, we should also maintain free shipping as a key competitive advantage, and explore ways to promote faster shipping through low cost upgrade. Okay.
Thank you very much. Want to hear from our judges now, Mr. Eniola. You can go first. Then Mrs. Bosman.
Okay, is it sharing the dashboard?
Yes, it's sharing the dashboard.
Sorry,
Good job.
having a network issue, that's why
Okay.
it's lagging.
Okay, I can see his dashboard now, too.
Okay, can you go first?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Okay, please go.
I can hear you.
Yes.
Okay. I was saying, it's a very good job. This is like a very, very good job. I love the slides that you used. I mean, if I was told you're already like an expert in this, I would not argue, because this is like very good work to the team. Color combination is perfect. But I just have a few questions. The US map, I think it lacks a visible legend for your color shades, because I think the color shade is supposed to like represent, let's say, the purchase amount. I don't know, but there's no legend to that, so we don't know what the US map is talking about. I don't know if you get what I mean.
I get what you
It's
mean. So
unclear.
why we removed the legend from our map was the number of states that are in the
Showing
data
like
is
too much,
so
right?
much.
Yeah,
Yes,
you
sir.
could have filtered to show, let's say, like, I mean, the top 5 thereabout. Because right now it's more like not passing any message
All right.
until maybe when it is interacted with, when it is being overdone. Do you get what I mean? And even
Yes.
when it's been overdone, you need to over on each state. But I mean, I think a legend would have showed like, okay, this dark green, this color gradient is talking about this, the light is talking. Do you get what I mean? So people can easily just visualize what you're trying to like say. And again, I think I saw something not so long. Can you go to the? I think there's two dashboards. Yeah, over here. I think some of. Okay. This is better. This is better. Then to the next slide, the previous slide where you're coming from. Sorry. So the top 5 items purchased, I can see it is somewhat clustered around 10K. Most of it is clustered around 10K, right? That's fine. That's fine actually, but is that the unit sales or the sales value?
That's the sales value.
I think you should highlight that, because it is just like top 5 item purchased. Is that a unit sales? We don't know. So I think that should be highlighted in your title or somewhere.
Okay, we'll do that. We'll make corrections to that. Thank you.
Yeah. So apart from that, what else? I mean, this is beautiful. The KPIs are on point. I love the fact that you have your sidebar and it is you've added, what's it called? You've added this thing to the icons. I mean, that's fine. That's beautiful. Well done. Well done.
Thank you very much, Mr. Eniola.
All right, thank you. Mrs. Bosper, can you go ahead?
Yeah. Okay. Hi, Jolly. I would really commend you on this your work. Now, it is one thing to communicate to a non-technical person, and it's another thing to communicate as a data analyst. And I must tell you, you just communicated like an analyst, and that's very good. I commend you for that. So, based on your dashboard, everything is okay. It seems that you've been in this journey before now. Like Eniola said, that's very nice. Your color
Thank you very much.
codes are on point. I pretty much like how it is not cluttered, it is well defined. That's very nice. So now cells by location, Eniola said something about bringing out the legend so that you can differentiate between the color codes on that map. So what I'm saying is, if you notice that you can't use that legend, you could use another map of US. I know this is most of the time most generic map that most people use, but use another US map that can actually do that by default without you trying to find a way to run around it. Okay. Now, before we go to the second dashboard, I think that maybe because you are starting, but I think moving forward, putting an information icon on your dashboard matters so that you can tell your readers or viewers how to navigate your dashboard. Very, very important. Okay. So can you please go to the next dashboard? Okay. Same thing here. The KPIs are okay, but the spacing is what I'm not comfortable with. The spacing between the charts in your major visuals. Are you seeing how tiny those spaces are? I think you should have done that on your KPIs to let the spacing be as tiny as you have it on the other visuals, right? And you align them so that all the boxes will be well aligned. I don't know if you get that.
Yeah, noted, ma. Well noted, ma. We're going to work on that.
Okay, now cells by age brackets. Right, since you're talking about age, I think there's no need to put those years under the x-axis. So just put the numbers, forget about the years that you just put in there.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, I'm still moving. Okay, I think that's that. You really did a nice job. I really appreciate that. Well
Thank
done.
you very much.
Well, one more thing from my hand. Sorry, wasn't is it Jolly?
Yes, sir.
So on your line chart, I think that's on the next slide.
Yes, sir.
So your x-axis, x-axis on the seasonal sales trend is a bit should I say illogical? Yeah, the order that you arrange this is a bit illogical. For instance, if you're trying to show like a year trend, right? I know you're definitely
Yes.
going to start from January, February, March, April, May. You're not going to have, let's say, June after January. Do you get what I mean? So if you look
Yes.
at the US seasons, I think you're supposed to start with the spring, summer, fall, and winter. I think you could have arranged that. So for instance, if whoever is reading this, even for your end users, they can easily like follow through, like, okay, at the beginning of the year, which is the spring, then during the summer, this is how the sales is like, then at the fall, then winter. Do you get what I mean?
I
So I
do. I
think
do.
just like note that, because I think you're supposed to start with the spring first, but you started with the fall, then spring, then winter, then summer. I think your analysis just follow the trend, like the downtrend, but just maybe you could rearrange that so it
Okay.
can be well logical to readers. Do you get?
Yeah, I do. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So I think that's if I note any other thing, but I mean your dashboard is very hard to like note any issue. It's very, very good.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much to our judges for that take. Thank you very much, Power BI, for this presentation. So you can stop sharing your screen now. Let's move to SQL. So SQL team A, I heard there are 3 teams in SQL. So let's start with team A first of all. So is team A ready? SQL team A, are you ready?
Yes, good afternoon, sir. We are ready.
All right, please go ahead.
Please confirm if you can see my screen.
Yeah, I can see your screen.
Okay. So good afternoon, everyone. My name is Aisha Suleiman from SQL Team A, and I'll be presenting alongside Oniye. So I'll walk you through the SQL analysis. So while our project is based on HR analysis to analyze attrition rates, employee demographics, performance, and satisfaction. The analysis was performed using SQL for query and data exploration, while Power BI was used for visualization and dashboard storytelling. Our objectives were to identify drivers of employee attrition, to analyze workforce distribution across departments, job roles, and education fields, as well as provide actionable recommendations for HR. We analyzed some business questions to generate insight regarding the HR analysis. So, okay. So before going into the analysis, we started by cleaning our data set in SQL. We removed some duplicate entries. We identified 10 duplicate entries and removed them. We also standardized some entries because we identified some inconsistent entries, like, for example, under the business travel column, we identified travel ready, though they were the same thing, but they were written in different manner. So we made sure everything was written in one particular order. Also, we set the primary key and changed the data type when necessary. Then we went into our business question analysis. So we identified how many employees left the company. That's how many employees attained attrition. And we found out that about 237 employees left the company. Also, we analyzed the average age of employees who left the company versus those who stayed. And we had like an average age of 37 years for those who stayed and 33 years for those who left the company. So we went through all the business questions and generated our insight. Then we moved to our dashboard analysis. So Onyinye will walk you through the dashboard analysis and insights. Onye, please take over.
Onyine, if you're speaking, no, you're muted.
Okay, sorry. Good afternoon, everyone. So I'll be walking us through the dashboard visualization. So we try to have an overview of why the employees are leaving the company, the organization. So we had to filter using the attrition being yes. So we can see the total number of persons that left the company, the average age of those that left, and the average age they stayed at the organization, the performance rate. Then the chart here shows each biodata for each employee when being searched using the search bar. Then for department, we found out that research and development where they has the highest number of employees that left the company, followed by sales. And for payment, monthly income and performance rate, we can see that there are no outliers there. They are almost equally paid, and their performance rates were between 3.1 to 3.2 rating. Then for the job roles, we find out that laboratory technicians were the highest to leave the company. And for educational field breakdown, we found out that the employees with background in life science had the highest number of attrition. Then under job level, those in job level 1 had the highest number of attrition that falls under research and development department. So for the second page, we also looked at the work-life balance, job satisfaction over time, and the last year they are being promoted. So we found out that on the average, they have 2.7 rates by the work-life balance. Then this job satisfaction was 2.5. And over time shows a high rate of workers that are left were those that worked overtime in the organization. So for department breakdown by overtime, found out that laboratory technicians were the highest to leave the company. And for performance rate, you found out that performance rate was only between 3 and 4 rating, and majority of them also left the company. So for distance from home, employees has the highest distance between 0 to 10 kilometers from home, and those that left are that live between 0 to 10 kilometers away from the office. So for environmental satisfaction, the highest to live were level
You have
1.
1 more minute remaining.
And salary hike, we found that those even paid with salary hike of 15.1 on the average still left the company. So in conclusion, we found out that it was not really the pay that made them leave, but it was based on the poor satisfaction, limited promotion, long overtime hours, and weak work-life balance that made most of the employers leave the organization. So our recommendation was to target the research and development department and sales, which show the highest number of attrition in the organization, by focusing on engagement, mentoring, and career development. Then they should also reduce overtime by hiring additional staff or redistribution of workload so that it will reduce the number of employees that work overtime. And also enhance job satisfaction and working environments for them so that it will be conducive for the employers to have a healthy work life environment. Then for promotion, they should look into the promotion, especially those in entry level in research and development, and support younger professionals, as the highest number of attrition based on age are between 34 years, and those that also stayed 5 years in the organization also left the organization.
Thank you very much, Olunye. Thank you very much for this presentation. Let's hear from our judges. We don't have much time left, so let's just round up. Mr. Eniola, you can go first, and then we move to Mrs. Prosper.
First off, I would like to know how many people were on this, should I say, on this job? How many people do we have on it?
We are 5.
5. Okay. Is there like a distribution of efforts? Are there people who worked on this on this PowerPoint, and then maybe some people under the SQL, or everybody contributed equally?
Yes, everybody contributed equally.
Okay. All right. I don't know. The executives, I don't know if it's possible, like I get the contact of these guys that did this. I mean, the 5 people actually, because I don't know, probably we could like work together later on. This is not just beautiful. I would say this is like innovative, and man, it's outstanding also. I don't even want to like review too much. This is just beautiful. I mean, the SQL part, you guys did a good job for the data wrangling on there, and then bringing it up live like this. This is beautiful. Please, I don't know, I can just like get the contact of the guys here just for like future purpose. This is beautiful. I was looking at the department chart before, the job level breakdown by department, but when you explained doing here, I got what I was about to talk about. And I mean, you know, sometimes there might be mistakes in a slide, a dashboard actually, but you know, sometimes when you fall in love with something, you won't even know what to like, you won't even be able to like identify the errors or whatever. Probably later on when you check in, you might now say, oh, okay, this, but for now, I'm good. I don't really have much to say on this. Or do you want to just go to the next slide? Let me see if possibly I can like pinpoint something, but I am fine. I don't know if Prosper have anything to say, but well done, guys. Well done. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much. So, Mrs. Prosper, can you go ahead?
Okay. Okay, that's a really nice job. Nothing too much to add. Very commendable. You and your team, you guys did a good job, right?
Thank you.
Now, on the first page, right, I like the search bar that you added there, right? It makes the navigation very easy. Now, if I put the employee ID, it's going to show me the employee biodata, right? Or
Yes,
is there any other thing I need to put?
no.
Okay, only that. Now, for the sake of someone that doesn't know how to navigate this, right? Now, I feel like now I'm actually trying to put myself on that stage. If I put the employee ID and it gives me employee biodata, now the person would think, or I would think that employee biodata still refers to department breakdown and all those performance and pay by education and job role breakdown, right? So what I'm saying in essence is, if you can put an information icon, I don't know if you have it, that would actually point that, okay, this chart here, that employee biodata is actually for an employee. It doesn't, navigate back to the department breakdown and all that.
Okay.
Did you say something?
No, I understand what you're trying to say.
Go ahead. Yes, because I feel like this is talking everything in this dashboard. When I put an employee ID, we'll talk about a particular employee, right? But if you put an information bar, I would say, okay, this part here is actually for an employee, right? Other part is talking about the collective employees. That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh.
So apart from that, you did a nice job. Also, based on the job level breakdown by department, now the matrix, like the heat map, you're trying to portray something, right? So if you put a note, a little note that would talk about the color shades of this heat map, so that at a glance, I would exactly know what I'm looking out for. Okay. And the color shade of performance and pay by education level, I think you could make that to be a little bit more readable, right? It's not that I'm trying to make you feel bad, but you did a nice job. I'm just trying to point
No
out
problem.
things that can make the work more good. So that's that. You did a very nice job, you and your team.
All right,
Well
thank you
done.
very much. So, team 2 and team 3, is that the same project or is it a different dashboard altogether? Is David here? Can David let me know? SQL team 2 and team 3, is that the same project or you guys have another entirely different?
For team 2, we have a different project.
Obina,
All
just
right,
let everything to present.
all right, no problem, no problem. Team 2, you can go ahead.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon,
Sorry,
everyone. Can
I
you hear
want to
me?
say something, Obinna.
Okay,
Sorry, I want to
please.
say something, Obinna.
Okay.
Yeah, is there like this is a recorded session, right? So that
Yes,
they
it's
can
a
refer
recorded
back
session.
to the corrections that have been made. Okay,
Yes,
okay,
it is a
nice.
recorded session.
Okay.
Good afternoon, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, can you see my screen as well?
Yes.
Okay, good afternoon once again. My name is Emilia Eventus, I'm a member of the group 2. Over the next 5 minutes, I'll be walking you through our analysis and a presentation of what we did. Actually, we just did a presentation and with our dashboard, and for our data cleaning, we used Excel for data cleaning before importing to MySQL. So first of all, I would like to talk about our problem statement. We worked on the Amazon sales data for India over in April 2022 for a period of 4 months, or a period of March to April 2022. And our problem statement that despite the high volume of sales, Amazon continued to experience cancellation in specific region, which are tier 1 regions and tier 1 cities, and with our high-end products. So we wanted to understand the reason why we have so much cancellation in our products and the reason for that. So our objective is to evaluate the sales performance across time, products, and regions, and also to compare consumer between retailers, which are our B2B orders, in terms of volume, sales, and cancellations. Also, to identify the key drivers of order cancellations and their impact on revenue. And the last part is to recommend strategies for reducing cancellations and improving customer experience to also boost sales. So for preparation of our data, like I said earlier, we had to use Excel to check for null values, duplicates, and missing values, and also for data consistencies. And we did an additional calculated columns for retailers to understand which of the retailers and direct consumers and also for those on promo flag.
and also to check for integrity checks. And we did our data exploration and analysis using SQL to perform analysis. And for our key KPIs, we have a total order of 128,940 and average orders of 2,743, and orders that were sold during promotion 2,343, and total amount sold for over 8 million. Then for our exploratory data analysis, data were grouped by delivery status to understand which aspects, at what aspects our delivery were cancelled. And although we had 14.2% which were cancelled, but most of our orders were actually shipped and they were delivered to buyer, which is a good statistics. However, the 14.2%, it's not really encouraging, seeing that we have over like 14.2% of our orders which were cancelled, which will also affect our sales and our profits. So these are our results for our query here. So I would like Prince to share his screen for us to see our query to better understand our analysis. Prince, are you here? Can you share your screen, please? Hello, Prince, can you share your screen, please?
Is Prince here?
Good afternoon, everyone. Okay, I'm Victory. I'm not sure Prince is at maybe his network. Please, Emilia, can you go ahead with the presentation?
Okay.
I'm here. I was having internet issues. I'm sorry for that.
Okay, thank you, Prince.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first thing we did was to import our query our data set into MySQL using the create table to import all the columns that were in our table. And can you move your screen, please? So we ensured that all the columns were uploaded into MySQL. The first thing we did was to check. For our first query, we had to check the total number of orders that were distributed across different status. Can you run the query?
Sorry about that. I need to like do this thing. Use Amazon DB.
You know what? Just go ahead with the presentation because we don't have any much time. We have team 3 now.
This is it.
Okay.
Your time is almost up.
So I'll go ahead with the presentation. So for the exploratory data analysis, we did the total number of sales, monthly sales, and from our analysis, we understood that the sales from the month of March, we had a low sales, But as we entered into April 2022, April recorded the highest sales of about 26,287,000 in sales. But as we dive into May, we had a low sales and there was a drastic decline in sales in May. And for an analysis to check our monthly sales by revenue, we have the data that was most sales that were cancelled were in April, which also shows why there was a drastic decline in the products in sales, our total number of sales that we had in April. So our delivery versus cancellation performance from the SQL query, we noticed that the grid change, the cancelled orders were 18,325 orders, and shipping delivered goods that were delivered were 28,762. In summary, delivery orders were total orders that were delivered as compared to those that were cancelled were 38.9% orders were cancelled and 61.1% were delivered, which is a very, very drastic decline in our sales, and it has affected our revenue.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Your screen has actually stopped. So can you go back to that presentation so our judges can give their sense, because we have one more team to go. And we need to conclude by 5 p.m.
Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see it. So Mr. Eniola and Mrs. Prosper, you can go ahead.
For this team, I'm not so following because I think there's been a mismatch between the guys sharing and not sharing. So I don't really, I mean, there's no visuals here, but I'm just seeing some queries. And I think you guys are working on some Amazon data. So I don't really know much about the job you guys have done because I can't really see visuals. I mean, or you guys did not visualize anything in Power BI either about it, just do your SQL queries and running there.
Yeah, we didn't do because the instructor said it was optional, that he just needed the SQL and the 5 report. So we didn't know that we're supposed to do that. So.
Oh, that's fine. I mean, that's why you guys are SQL team. I was surprised the other guys had a Power BI presentation too, but it's fine. But is this, you're showing a slide now with just a select page? Is that all of the query?
No, that's not all of the query.
Okay.
This is another query, cancellation analysis.
Okay. The top 5 cancelled analysis, top 5 cancelled order. Yeah, this is fine.
Why not move to the next one? Let's.
So the monthly sales trend for Amazon store in terms of revenue. Yeah, this is nice too. You guys have got some nice queries, and in as much as your query is giving you the intended result, I think it is cool. I mean, and another thing I would have noted was if you did not have some markdowns to like explain what you're doing, but you included that also. So This ensures user readability and code readability later on. Anybody can come back to this and see what you've done. They can easily understand what each section of query is for. So I mean that is fine too. You guys have done a good job on the queries. Those are really fine. So let's not waste much time. Yeah, select status. Yes. This is good. This is good too. Well done. Well done, Emily.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Eniola. So, Mrs. Prosper, can you give your take? It seems Mrs. Prosper isn't here. She's still on the call. Okay, she's still here. You're muted if you're speaking now. You're still muted. Can you hear us? Okay,
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Because I was seeing different people showing up their screen. I think that could be the reason. But for now, I want to ask, how did you load your data to Excel? What's the first approach that you did to SQL rather?
We
What's the
created.
first approach that you took?
Okay, so before then we cleaned our data on Excel. In Excel, we added some calculated columns for to understand the ratio of sales between consumers and retailers, and then we assigned a variable to them, 0 and 1, for those who use them, those who were retailers and those who were consumers. So after then we imported it to MySQL using the create table rather than using this MySQL server. So we did a create table to put in the data set on MySQL.
Okay, that's nice. That's actually what I wanted to hear, and it's very important that you note the step.
Okay.
Is that the only query that you have? The
No,
one you're
we have
showing on your screen?
no,
We have
not
50.
that's not the only. We have it, but because I am using Postgres, so the other person is using MySQL, so he was able to share his screen. But I have other codes that are on the PowerPoint slide, which is this is the second one I have here.
Okay. It's I like as you guys are commenting out your queries so that I actually know what you are talking about.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Just give me a little time. Let me just see if there's anything I can point out. Okay. Okay, this is okay. There's nothing to point out here.
So this is the next one.
Yeah, can I see the next slide?
It is
of the same query? Okay. Okay, it's nice that you
that you guys are understanding how this works, the group by, order by, and limit, and which one comes first.
The group by.
Sometimes, yes, said group by, order by. I said it's nice that you guys are understanding how and which one comes first when writing a query. So it's actually commendable about that.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, I think this is okay. Nothing to point out here. So what was the challenges that you guys encountered while carrying this out? Okay, so there was a lot of null values there. So we had to clean, and there were a lot of outliers because we had some of the numbers that were higher than the usual one. So we did an average to understand the average. So we used the average to put in some of the numbers that were outliers, so for them to be in uniformity. So that was the number one. And also cleaning the data set, since we had a lot of duplicates and null values. So we needed to use an Excel to have an actual view of our data set before importing it to SQL. And also for running the code. So it was trying to get an insight of what to analyze was one of the challenges we had, but overall we overcame them. Okay, for to that, I hope while you were handling the null values, you didn't touch the integrity of your data set. Yes, we had to do a 70-30 ratio to, because since it was less than 30, so and that's why some of the ones that had null values were removed, since it wasn't up to like the 70 ratio, so the integrity of the data was still intact. Okay, good. But I think that's fine. That's fine. Well done. Thank you very much. Okay, Obina, you can go ahead, please.
Okay, thank you very much for that presentation. So can team 3, can you guys present who's in team 3? David. Is David in team 3?
Hi, Obina. For team 3, we only had 3 people, and actually all of them are not here. Okay, I was one of them, but 2 of them are not here, and the project was completed by 2 people, which was me and the other person who is currently not here. Yeah, but the main focus, we ensured the main focus was on understanding the SQL codes. Because of our time zone difference, we had a lot of challenges working on the project, but we managed to complete it. I will just share a little bit, but I won't go much into details, because for us, the goal was to understand more about SQL queries, because personally for me, it was for me to get to work with real data with SQL, because I had previously learned about SQL, but I had never worked with real data. And so some of the queries that we managed to create, okay, we worked on a sport betting predictive analysis project. Let me share first the PPT presentation. And the objective was to analyze betting data set to uncover insights on matches, team odds, and prediction accuracy. And the tools that we used Excel, specifically Power Query for data cleaning, and then we used MySQL to run our queries, and then we visualized our results using Google Looker Studio. So some of the queries that we did come up with in regards to answering the questions are here. As you can see, the total matches that we handled on that particular data was 1,223, and we have a lot of queries that we did manage to complete. We also did encounter several challenges while loading our data into the SQL bench. For instance, I remember we had a challenge with the date format, and we really struggled to change that format in SQL, and at last we were able to do it. And for the dashboard that we were able to come up with, we just came up with something simple just to showcase our findings. As you can see, we had a total of 123 matches, and we had a total of 1,063 wins. And we can see by spot distribution, especially the prediction accuracy at the moment is 44%. And for the sport distribution, we had 5 different types of sports that we analyzed. In this case, we had basketball, tennis, football, baseball, and hockey. And we can see that basketball leads in terms of sport distribution. However, in terms of prediction accuracy by sport, we see that baseball leads in terms of accuracy. And then we also tried to analyze the accuracy trend over time. So we can see that this has been analyzed, the trend by month, and we can see that the month of August had the highest prediction accuracy. And then we also added a small table just to ensure that anyone who wants to, for instance, maybe visualize a particular sport, for instance, if it's basketball, they are able to see how the teams performed in terms of the matches that they had and in terms of the prediction accuracy. Yeah, that's it in regards to our team.
All right, thank you very much for this brief presentation. So we'll just take some minutes for our judges to give their 2 cents on it, and then we'll round up and close. Thank you very much. Mr. Eniola, you can go ahead.
Hi, Elizabeth.
Hi.
Good evening.
Good evening to you.
Good evening. Yeah. Well done. I love your color selection. I mean, you went the rainbow way. Very fine. Can you go back to your sequel? I want to see, how did you get your prediction accuracy?
Give me a minute. This is one of the predicted winner, and then the prediction accuracy for each sport. This is the code. Is it visible?
Just hold on.
Okay.
Can you just select the whole table? Can you just like view the whole table itself?
The whole table.
Yeah, just select star from sport betting prediction.
Okay. Give me a minute.
I think you can just write that anywhere and just run it. I just want to have a look of the whole table itself.
Okay.
So just select star from, and just write that. Yeah, that's the table, right? So you can just write that anywhere.
How is it supposed to be? Sorry.
Just
Select
from
all people.
what's the table name?
The table name is sports
Spot
betting.
betting. Yeah, just put that from
Predictive analysis. Okay, there we have it.
Okay. And is this the only table in the database?
Yeah, this is the only table we had.
Okay, sorry, can you just go back to the prediction query route?
Okay.
Forecast, yeah.
It's this one. Close this table.
Mr. Anyola, are you done, or did you tell her to do something?
Yeah, I was just trying to check
You
something.
wanted to view the prediction accuracy.
Yeah. Well, okay. Okay. All right. So you can that's fine. You can just go back to your slide.
Okay.
No. I mean the looker.
Oh, the looker.
Okay. So this prediction analysis works for the prediction accuracy, sorry. This one you're showing now, the 44.40%. What is it talking about? Is it for the old sports that you have here? Or what exactly? Can you explain it again? Now, how you have it on here, on this slide, on this visual that you have, what does the 44.40% implies?
Oh, this is for the total matches.
Okay, so is it like if you select the sport, can you select the sport? Sorry for the time. Can you select the sport?
Okay.
Let's select football.
Okay.
Only football. Yeah. And then select an home team.
Any home team.
Anyone, yeah. And for away team also, just do the same.
Okay.
I'm struggling to put my hand around this, but I would say in terms of your technical work, I'm not so probably because of time and being able to like review the whole query you've written. I mean, I can't really do much on that, but I'm trying to like I'm struggling to wrap my head around what the prediction accuracy is talking about. Maybe I'm not really getting it. Maybe more explanation will work. But in terms of your what's it called? Of your visuals, I mean it's minimal and it's on point. I mean, not too much work's done, like you said, just something to just show your insight and all. But I mean, this is beautiful. This is nice also. Well done. Well done.
Thank you.
Yeah, that'll be it. So we won't waste much time.
All right, thank you very much. Is Mrs. Prosper has left the call because she just said that she'll be having a meeting. So thank you very much, everyone. You can stop sharing, Elizabeth. Thank you very much, everyone. You all have actually done pretty well from Excel team to SQL team. Everybody did a great job. At least every effort is appreciated. Definitely, there are going to be mistakes on the way, but everybody's effort is appreciated. Thank you very much, Mr. Eniola, for your time. Thank you for staying with us from 3 p.m. till now. I know that you have other things on your schedule, but thank you for bringing out time for us. Before we actually end the meeting, Jassy, I want you to give the closing argument or your closing statement.
For that, I would like to just say a bit of should I say words of encouragement to the guys and state some examples of what has happened, like based on experience. I would like to just first off commend you guys. That was, I mean, it's a whole lot. Like I remember when I did my own first project there, it was rubbish. I mean, even myself, I go back to that, I look, I'll be like, hey, but we thank God for growth. But what I would just like to tell you guys is to please not give up. You know, when I started then, after my first training in data, then I went back to the academy because I had their contact and I was like, you guys keep graduating a lot of data analysts I think they do have like about 3-4 cohorts in here, and one cohort might be about like 100, 200. I mean, that's how big they had then. And they told me something. The guy said, out of my cohort that we graduated together, how many of them are still in data? And then I looked into it, truly, I looked back and I was like, come on, a lot of them are now like, Nigerians have this mindset of they just want to try something, sometimes just for the financial purpose, just like make some money. And if it is not working immediately, they are off. I would just want to like plead with you guys to not like give up. Yeah. I mean, keep pushing. I have a friend then who we learned together. When we're learning, then she was like a bit zealous. And then she was the first to ever get an interview between our clique then. And when she went for the interview, it was just me, Exelo. And in the interview room, she just texted me, said, "Oh, this thing is not for me." She was like, "Hey, they want to kill her with questions." But now, just wasn't the last 2 weeks, she texted me. I was like, "Do I still have the questions that we used for the training?" I'm like, "How many years ago?" Like, "Hey, you're not coming back." But since then, she left. She was doing some other things, but she's still not there where she wants to be. So I'm just gonna plead with you guys to not give up. Like, I'm telling you this based on experience. Like, please don't give up. Just keep pushing. Just keep doing what you have to do. Keep putting your works out there. I also started off, I was working in a company, then they were paying me just peanuts. Then I look at it like, oh, I have to like improve myself. Then I took a course. And during that time frame, I've been able to work with the Central Bank of Nigeria. Just last year, I completed a project for Bill Gates Foundation in Nigeria here, where they're trying to work on some interventions in the country. And currently, I've been working remote since like 2022, 2023 for firms. Right now, I work for 2 different firms, one in the UK, one in the US. But back then, if I was told like it's going to be like this, I'll be like, homo, for where? But look at it now. So I would just want you guys to just like take that as some, should I say ginger? Yeah. So please don't give up. Just keep doing. You wouldn't know. You'll just see, you'll just be doing you, and people will keep coming and like, hey, they've seen your work. They want you to do this. They want you to do that. So please, like I said, don't give up. Just keep pushing. It can be tiring applying to jobs and no one is calling you, but just keep doing it. You'll never know when it's gonna come. So that's just my should I say advice? Yeah, that's my advice for you guys, and I wish you guys success. For the sequel, guys, please, I will speak to the executives because I know I think we had this like last week. My company was still trying to like employ a junior data analyst, but we already filled that just last Tuesday. I mean that PowerPoint, that dashboard was beautiful. A great one to them. A very good thumbs up to them. So success, guys. Bye for now.
Thank you so much, Mr. Eniola. I really appreciate your words. I'm sure the interns really appreciate your time and your expertise. I also want to thank Ms. Prosper. Thank you so much for taking time to come and encourage these interns, look at their work and give them feedback and corrections. So just to round up everything, I think Mr. Nyola already said most of the things I was going to say. Don't give up and just keep learning, right? One of the good parts of working on a project is you get to discover the things that you don't really know. So you get to discover where your weak spots are, and then you have an opportunity to learn and develop, right? So, and that's one of the reasons why we put you in a team. So what you don't know, this other person will know. You know, so many people have taken courses in data analysis, and some people have learned on their own. But at the end of the day, committing to work on a project becomes a challenge. But you cannot actually say that you know anything if you have not worked with it. So that's what this internship gives you. It gives you a chance to work with a team, to try out your skills and your knowledge, and then you know for sure what you know and what you need to develop more on, right? So everybody, I'm sure all the teams now, you've gotten your corrections, and if you had a chance, you do better. And please don't just stop there. Make sure you effect each and every correction that the judges have given you, right? Because they took their time, looked at this project, and from a professional point of view, these are the things that you need to change. Now, the reason why we always try to bring judges from outside is so that you will not feel that these things that we've been telling you from day one is just, you're just hearing it from us, so that you know that this is standard. This is industry standard. It's not just EDTS that wants you to make sure your color is on point. It's not just EDTS that wants you to do the right analysis. It's standard. So that's why we always bring judges from outside, professionals to look at your work and give you this correction. So I want to once more commend each and every one of you that have committed to this process. It's not easy, I will not lie. I know some people that have been on my DM, complaining, but even though with all the complaints and everything, they did not give up. So if at all anything, that's to show that it gets hard, but you keep going. And that's actually what differentiates people who are going to be good at something with people who will not really do well at it, right? Even when it gets hard, you keep going. That's how you get perfect. That's how you get better. So not to keep us any longer, thank you everyone for joining. That's just what I want to say. Ovina, over to you, Obina.
Yeah, thank you very much. I don't think I have anything to say because Eniola said everything. Just my advice is to use everything as motivation and apply it. That's what I'll tell you guys. So well done everyone once again. Have a nice day, have a nice weekend, and we'll see you in season 4.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay, please, before we start leaving, if you have not filled the feedback form, I beg you, please go and fill the feedback form. It's really important to us to know how this internship has been for you, and we need your feedback to grow, right? So as you've come through this process, some things that you wish was in the internship, or some things that you experienced and you really want to share, please do well to let us know. Fill the feedback form. Some of you have filled, some of you have not filled. If you don't fit the feedback form, I'll come to your DM. Yeah.